Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your homie Joe, and today we got another Gotham 1889 Batman Season 1, Episode 25. They're about to go live right now, and let's just check this out. Let's see how the story of Batman is. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this. And check out my homie, the Bat Feed. He's been doing these videos, and of course, he's always doing nothing but love on these videos, and give him your support. Check him out, and like I said, hopefully I can get an interview with this fool. He's a cool guy. He always hits me up. I hit him up. I've been watching him ever since day one, like ever since he made the very first Gotham 1919. So let's see what's up. That's a cool little intro. Dope ass countdown. Okay. Hey, you gotta show me how to do that. Everything I do on my phone, I don't do a laptop or a computer. You gotta show me. That's dope. Yeah, see, I want to interview him. He's always interviewing other people. I love to interview him and just his take on things. You know what I mean? All right. Oh man, I love this damn music. Some disturbing images. That's a dope ass house. I'm telling you, that could be Penguin's house. Okay. Gotham 18. Oh, I got my Batman tickets. I'm about to see it on the 3rd of March. Woohoo! It's a late birthday present.
Before the Batman could take on the likes of Clayface, Mr. Freeze, and Jack the Ripper, Bruce Wayne first had to go on a journey. This journey would transform the young man into an instrument of vengeance. Upon leaving Gotham City in 1879, Bruce first went to Europe. He sought out masters of crafts that he hoped would prove invaluable in his crusade against crime. His quest was an attempt to prevent his tragedy, the loss of his parents, from happening to anyone else. Upon arriving in Europe, he met with Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Who's that?
Doyle pointed him to his associate,
What's up, Mr.
Joseph
Doyle?
Bell. Bell was a Scottish surgeon and emphasized the importance of observation and deduction in a medical diagnosis. Bruce learned from these two experts that no detail should be left unobserved, no stone unturned in an investigation.
Okay.
He also trained in escapology, or escape artistry.
What?
He considered this a necessary skill to have should he ever find himself in a tight spot.
Oh, that is smart.
He trained with many combat experts as well. One of his most trusted mentors was Theodore Wildcat Grant, a British boxer known for his ferocity in the ring. Grant took to this name and wore a mask crafted to make him look the part. Bruce's travels took him to other parts of the world as well, such as East and West Asia. With each stop, he learned more about psychology, forensic science, and combat, both armed and unarmed. One thing that fascinated him in his travels was the work of Siegfried Marcus and the work of Carl Benz. Carl Benz had developed a gasoline-powered vehicle known as the Benz Patent Motorwagen. Bruce witnessed the news that Benz's wife, Bertha, had taken the vehicle on a trip from Mannheim to Vorsheim and back. This impressed upon Bruce the possibilities such a vehicle presented. He had also studied the work of Siegfried Marcus and his own respective gasoline-powered vehicle. Marcus's vehicle was much more practical in design and aesthetic, and Bruce began to formulate his own designs based on the work of both engineers. He wanted to create his own motor-powered carriage for quick and easy transport.
That's dope.
Bruce's final stop in his training was with Sigmund Freud, who who taught him psychology. Though Bruce learned valuable information, he disagreed with Freud on numerous counts, even proposing his own theories once he had learned enough. Freud was insulted by his students' questioning and cut off their training early, though Bruce had planned to leave not long after regardless. Bruce Wayne's journal recounts his time with Freud as informative yet stagnant. Bruce considered Freud a stubborn and abrasive mentor.
And he's not.
Bruce returned to Gotham in 1891, his heart set on returning to his homeland. He was met by Alfred Pennyworth, who was overjoyed to see his ward. Bruce knew that Alfred had worried about him, but he was also happy to see the man who had taken on a fatherly role in his life. The young Wayne wasted no time after getting settled. He formulated a plan of action. Having encountered numerous cultures, Bruce was fascinated with the symbolism of the bat. In the West, they were symbols of fear, vampires and harbingers of death. In the East and Asia Pacific, they were symbols of luck and prosperity. He knew that criminals and people in general were superstitious. The tales he'd heard of spring-heeled Jack, pig-headed women, and other such yarns had shown him this. He crafted a suit using a bulletproof vest, a mask similar to Theodore Grant's, and other tools and instruments. The result was something that he was sure would strike terror into the hearts of criminals in Gotham. Donning this suit, Bruce became something otherworldly, something terrifying.
I'm sorry, it is way better than the
1919
version.
He attempted to construct his own gasoline-powered vehicle, but he could not complete it entirely. He would revisit that project
That was like
consistently.
almost like Arkham Knight.
He set out with his war on crime almost immediately.
Today's
He took on Basil
Matt Reeves
Carlo,
Batman.
the disgruntled stage actor, and Mr. Freeze, the tragic scientist who had been wronged by his employer.
Freeze.
Apart from these cases, however, the Batman wanted to find out who had been behind his parents' murder.
Scary.
Now an adult, Bruce could see just how much more Gotham had sunk into its own filth. Street gangs ran rampant, and pickpocket rings operated unopposed. Worse than that, corrupt city officials made money off of the plight of Gotham citizens. The Bat set to work identifying who would have had the most to gain from his parents' murder. He wanted to believe, even above reason, that there had been some plot devised. He found himself continually frustrated by the lack of evidence to support this belief. The Batman kept his ear to the ground, and eventually he began to hear whispers of a man. This man was sometimes found at a local bar, bragging about his past career as a highway robber. Going to the bar, the unlucky Dak, the Bat confronted the man in an alleyway. His name was Joseph Chilton. Chilton was terrified to be confronted by such a fearsome creature. The Batman had been considered nothing but a rumor by most. Despite his involvement in the apprehension of Clayface and Mr. Freeze, no one had seen the Batman other than the two criminals. Upon interrogation, Bruce discovered that this man had merely been trying to make money for liquor. He had killed the Waynes out of desperation. Rage filled the Batman, and he pulled off his cowl, revealing his identity to the terrified man. This could have nearly ended the Batman's career before it had even gained traction, but Bruce didn't care. Regardless, Chilton, overcome with fear and confusion, tripped backwards over a railing, falling to his death on the streets below the alleyway. This shocked Bruce. He thought he would feel gratified at the death of his parents' murderer, but he just felt remorse and anguish. He left the scene and returned to his loft in the city. Having resolved his parents' murder, Bruce was ready to hang up the cape and cowl. Alfred was relieved to see this. He had just gotten his adoptive son back and did not wish to lose him again. Despite this brief respite, the murders in Gotham began. At first they went unnoticed. A prostitute here, a woman walking home alone there. Bruce didn't notice it until his childhood friend Selina Kyle brought it to his attention. Eventually, the murders continued to the point that even the police couldn't ignore it. Bruce donned the mask again, investigating the murders. Then, the first letter arrived, signed Jack the Ripper. following weeks and months
cool.
would be as if hell itself had been raised. The Batman would have to face the ugliness within himself in order to stop the horrors that the reign of the Ripper would unleash upon Gotham. The city would watch on in terror, and the Batman would never be the same.
Damn. Hey, this was dope as hell. February 4th. Hey, that's my brother's birthday. That's what's up. Hey, I love this story. This shit was dope. I love the detail in it. I can't wait for part 2. My birthday is February 15th, so we're doing an all-month Batman. So I'll be playing Batman Arkham Knight. I just got done playing Arkham City. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for the second video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this. This was dope. I like this one. And I can't wait for the second part of this. Alright. God bless you. Stay woke. Take it easy. Knock it off.